Our firm is very different in many different ways, and I'll just highlight for you some of those major differences. Number one, we are an all-female operated and owned firm. So when I started this firm back about 20 years or so ago, there were no female divorce attorneys that had large family law firms. So my objective was to establish a firm where women felt empowered, comfortable, and assertive. And I think that's what we have accomplished here at Meyer, Olson, Lowy Meyers. So that's a major difference. I think we work as a team with the attorneys at our firm. In addition to that, we work with clients and other consultants and experts on our cases in a very collaborative way. And I think that's unique to our firm. And most firms don't have that kind of team collaborative approach. So I think those are two major areas. And because of the many years that I have practiced in LA in family law, I've established many, many professional relationships. So in each case, if you need a custody consultant, if you need a forensic accountant, if you need a tax attorney or a criminal attorney, we have a wealth of professionals that we have very solid professional relationships with that we can contact that can provide information and details that you may need in connection with your case. So I think those are three major areas how we are unique from other firms.
We generally handle complex and high conflict family law matters. So that includes divorce actions where there are complex issues related to support, cash flow, valuation of a business or other entity, the characterization of any asset, and then the division. We also deal with high conflict custody cases where they're fighting over the custodial timeshare, whether there are mental health issues involved with children or one of the parents, and there is a reason to have a custody evaluation or there is a deeper look into the litigation of custody. And then we handle domestic violence. So we handle both the people being accused of the violence and also those who are the victim and have gone through the domestic violence. And I would just add that we are a firm that is going to walk you through all of those processes. So if you are a victim of domestic violence, we're going to hold your hand. We're going to walk you through what to expect from court, what the burden of proof is that the court's going to look for you to present, what's needed in your declarations, how your declaration is going to be presented, how you need to testify in court to present your evidence, and make sure that you're comfortable with what you're doing and how you're going forward and what is happening around you.
Well, I think our firm, as opposed to a lot of other firms, we provide the highest level of service to them. And we are available to them not only during business hours, but we are available at night. We make ourselves available on weekends. We are available to text. We give out our personal cell phones to most of our clients. And I don't think that many firms out there provide that sort of service, but also commitment to our clients 24 hours a day.
I believe when someone is looking for a family law attorney, there's a few things that they should be looking for. Number one, I think compatibility is the strongest area that I would recommend that somebody look. Are you compatible with the person? Do you feel that you have a rapport with the individual? Because you're going to be getting so much advice and information that if you don't have that level of confidence in terms of your relationship with the individual, you're probably going to be less likely to listen to the advice that you're probably paying quite handsomely for. So that would be my number one recommendation is compatibility and rapport. Number two is experience. I would look for somebody that has experience solely in family law. Family law is very different from all the other various practices of law. I would be very wary of an individual who claimed that they practice family law, but also if you look at their bio, they're also running a criminal law practice, estates and trust, a taxation division. Because of the nuance of family law, I think it's very important that it's a day in and day out practice. You're familiar with the lingo, you're familiar with the family law judges, the bench, and it's a very tight-knit community. So you really need to be very familiar with your opposing counsel and the community at large that you're dealing with in terms of family law. And lastly, I would recommend that somebody have a similar philosophy in terms of what you're looking for, in terms of how you approach your custody issue, your divorce, all the issues that are involved in that. And by philosophy, I mean, do you want to go in with the scorched earth type of a, hell hath no fury type of an approach? Do you want to go in, trying to work things out and resolve things from the get-go? So depending on your approach, you're going to find lawyers who either advocate that approach or don't advocate. So I think you have to be on the same page. So those would be my top 3 suggestions or recommendations for one to look for when researching a family law attorney.